quality alert. The San Diego community is being impacted by wildfire smoke this morning.
The ongoing war in the Middle East has raised the threat of an attack against Americans.
The FBI director warns of terror threats, why he says it's not the time to panic.
This is horrible.
Starting today, Pacific Beach will have parking meters that you will have to pay. How much will it cost you?
Paradise at a price. San Diego's housing market is breaking records.
This was so easy for you. Why does it look so difficult for me?
That's Amore. I learned what it takes to be a gondolier. It's 6 a.m. on Wednesday, November 1st, and you're up with CBS 8.
This morning, a fire burning up in Riverside County, leading to an air quality alert here. That's according to the National Weather Service. This is for San Diego County valleys, inland valleys like El Cajon, San Marcos, La Mesa, Santee, and Poway. Now, the San Diego County Air Pollution Control District says smoke is also affecting the communities of Rainbow, Pala, and Fallbrook. If you smell smoke, you're urged to limit your time outdoors. That's especially the case for people with respiratory or heart disease, the elderly, and children.
Now, the smoke has substantially decreased, though, as firefighters are making progress on this. Right now, the Highland Fire in Aguanga is 2,400 acres. It's 10% contained. The fire has burned down at least 3 structures. No injuries have been reported and no word on the cause of that fire. Thanks for being here at 6 a.m. here on this November 1st. I'm Eric Connors.
And I'm Neda Irampur. So glad you're with us. We do want to start here with meteorologist Evan Narani talking about the air quality fluctuating. What's it like right now?
Yeah, so right now we're doing all right. There are a couple spots that are in the moderate range, but that air quality alert basically denoting that there is the chance that through the day we see a decrease in our air quality, that we see that move toward moderate or move toward unhealthy for sensitive groups range. But when you look at our current air quality across Southern California, you see mostly green. A couple spots right around the Del Mar area and down toward about the San Ysidro area where there's yellow. That's indicating, again, moderate air quality. But the emphasis is if you check your air quality and you see it in the moderate to unhealthy range, or at least unhealthy for sensitive groups, you should limit the time that you're spending outside. Today, a final day of Santa Ana winds. They are offshore, keeping our temperatures very warm for the start of November. 80 degrees this afternoon along the coast, 84 inland, and still low humidity out there. So coming up, we'll talk about what to expect into the rest of the day and how those Santa Ana winds are going to die down and what that'll mean for the rest of the week. Back to you.
That is the moment civilians left Gaza for the first time in over 3 weeks. Overnight, dozens of wounded Gazans were taken into Egypt for medical treatment. Hundreds of foreign passport holders were also allowed to get out. About an hour ago, Hamas said Israel hit a refugee camp for the second day in a row, causing many deaths and injuries. Today, Israel defended yesterday's strike at the camp, saying a Hamas commander there made it a, quote, legitimate target. Israel also says it killed 50 Hamas fighters in that camp. Also overnight, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said 9 Israeli soldiers were killed while fighting in Gaza. He says the war will, quote, continue until the mission is complete. Right now, the FBI director, Christopher Wray, says the threat of an attack on Americans has now reached levels unseen since the emergence of ISIS.
We assess that the actions of Hamas and its allies will serve as an inspiration, the likes of which we haven't seen since ISIS launched its so-called caliphate several years ago.
Wray says right now there's no indication Hamas has the capacity to conduct air attacks here. He said it is not a time to panic, but to be vigilant. Wray also warned anti-Semitism in the U.S. is reaching historic levels. He said the American Jewish population is about 2.4% of the American public, but they account for 60% of religious-based hate crimes. Just yesterday, a student at Cornell University was arrested for posting violent threats online against Jewish students.
We'll take a look at this new surveillance video here of a shooting at Novo Brazil Brewing. This is at the Otay Ranch Mall. So here you'll see circled in white right there the man who fired shots inside this restaurant brewery on Saturday. You can see his arm at one point was pointed and the people inside flipped tables, ducked for cover as the group made their exit. As that played out, employees at nearby stores did their best to protect customers, pushing them into some back rooms.
Everybody, get inside. Smash out the back. What? Close the door. Close the door.
You see and hear that panic there. Police say 3 people were shot. They're all expected to survive. A 4th person was injured in the chaos, but is okay. No arrests have been made yet. Right now, nearly 200 parking meters installed in Pacific Beach last month are now on. This means starting today, things are changing in PB. People will have to start paying for parking in these busy spots, popular areas along where the businesses are. CBS 8's Regina Urita is joining us live in PB now with details on how much this will cost, and a lot of people reacting to this. Good morning, Regina.
Yeah, well, good morning. I'm on Garnett Avenue, and behind me you can see those parking meters have already gone up. But starting today, it'll cost you $1.25 to park in these parking spaces. Some people are really upset because they say, you know, PB is known to have first come, first served parking. But shop owners, they say, yeah, well, that's the problem, and it's affecting their business.
This is horrible. I don't know where anyone's going to park when they work. There's such limited spaces. Everyone's just ticked off about it.
It's probably like beneficial just to try to keep like the people flowing in and out. Some people might not like it, but just so it like keeps like people moving and keeps cars from staying there all day, I feel like it'd be better for the businesses.
So nearly 200 parking meters were approved by the city. Construction began in September, and it's part of a 1-year pilot program. The city says this will help with the overflow of parking in the area, an issue businesses located on busy streets like Garnett Avenue have noticed frequently. The city also says they're not looking to charge for beach parking. It's mostly in the business district. The parking meter revenues could be used to pay for projects that address parking demand and mobility. So that includes bike parking studies, and pedestrian improvements. So starting today, here's where you will notice parking meters fully operating. It includes busy streets like Garnett Avenue between Mission Boulevard, on Cass Street from Emerald Street to Grant Avenue. You will also see them on Hornblende Street from Bayard Street to Mission Boulevard, and on Bayard Street between Hornblende Street and Grant Avenue. The meters are being installed where there is a 2-hour parking limit, and that will be the same case with these new parking meters. When it comes to paying the fee, drivers will have to use something other than coins because the meters will not accept them. So back here live, after the 1-year mark, officials will decide if they continue with parking meters. They'll have to conduct a traffic study if it is a success. Now, these parking meters are operating from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. So at least you get a break on Sunday. You can have that first come, first serve parking like you originally do. Live in PB, Regina Urita, CBS 8.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that changes the way people handle it. Thank you, Regina.
Absolutely. Oh, here we are, November 1st. We've been coming off a windy couple of days here.
Yeah.
But overall, a really nice night for Halloween trick-or-treating, I gotta say.
It was perfect.
You
Yeah,
can't
it felt
complain
good.
with, you know, 60s for the most part. We had some upper 50s that we dipped into, but that was later
Yeah.
into the evening. And like we were saying, it seemed like the trick-or-treaters kind of wrapped up a little earlier yesterday. So, yeah, let's take a look at what we have going on now as we move forward. It's November 1st. We normally would not be in the 80s in the month of November, but here we are along the coast going for a high of 80 degrees, 84 as you make your way inland. Plenty of sunshine out there with a few passing clouds as those Santa Ana winds progressively die down. Julian, earlier in the week, was in the 40 to 50 mile per hour range. Now 20 to 25 miles per hour. That's about as intense as it will get, dying down to the teens by late tonight. And that's going to start to show a change in a couple things. Number one, your wind speed and wind gust speed. That's because that's one of the driving factors of these Santa Anas, but wind direction is another factor. And we're going to start to lose a portion of that easterly component, that offshore component, as you start to see those winds shift out of more so the north getting into the evening and tomorrow. By the time we get into tomorrow, we may even start to pick up on some westerly breezes, and that will bring us to a place that will incorporate a bit more cloud cover that will allow for cooler temperatures. So this hot, dry weather pattern that has stuck around for the last couple days is going to shift on us as we get into the next about 48 hours or so. But look at what those Santa Anas did to us. I mean, when those winds shifted offshore from Saturday into Sunday, we jumped from 70 to 79 degrees. That was Sunday's afternoon high. Monday was at 78. Yesterday, downtown San Diego International Airport hit 81 degrees. That was nearly 10 degrees warmer than normal. So you see how that high of 81 was absolutely the warmest we had been in over 2 weeks. This is what we were talking about when we said that your overnight lows from Halloween into November would be a little chilly. We are chilly out there right now. Escondido and Poway are at 47. Ramona is at 43. We're looking at El Cajon at 44. Close to the coastline, mainly 50s as we head through the rest of the morning. 58 for Oceanside, 55 in Del Mar, 52 in San Diego as we start off the morning. So we'll keep tabs on this, but you can see how those offshore winds are still going to be mainly what we're talking about. Let's take a look at what's going on as far as traffic goes. We are still watching as speeds start to slow down a little bit on the roadways, but no major trouble is what we're looking at on the 5 and 805. Just some minor slowdowns out there. We'll keep you up to date here as well as on cbs8.com/traffic. We also want to check in on your border wait times. Not too bad out there. San Ysidro Port of Entry, 55-minute wait. Otay Mesa Port of Entry, 75-minute wait in total. Ned and Eric, back to you.
Evan, thank you. And still ahead here, down payments for homes now over 6 figures in San Diego. We'll tell you the most expensive and affordable cities.
Plus the priciest home ever sold in San Diego right here on your screen.
It's incredible. I mean, you just really can't find pricing like that anywhere else, especially in such a unique community.
The new housing community coming to North County that claims to offer luxury at an attainable price.